Okay, good morning everybody, it's Mike. Thanks for joining me this morning. Hey, something I want to talk to you about today. You know, this time of year, everybody's so big on goal setting and writing new business plans and shooting for the stars, even if we land on the moon. All that worn out, tired crap, right? You know, my point's always this, that your standards, our standards, you and me, the standards that we set for ourselves every day, that's going to determine our success. Not the goals that we set, not the picture board I created, not the business plan I wrote. The standards that I set for myself every day, that'll determine my success this year. But I did take a few minutes last night and wrote down what I think are 4 obstacles to greatness. The 4 big obstacles that are going to derail me this year from achieving what I said was important. And I wanted to share them with you this morning. And I'll just start obviously with the number 1 on my list. And that's just simply this: the lack of a clear, meaningful purpose. The lack of a clear, meaningful purpose. That'll be my number 1 obstacle. You know, Stephen Covey in the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he starts with the first habit, which is start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. Know what you want to accomplish before you set out to accomplish it. And I couldn't agree more. The lack of a clear, meaningful purpose will be one of the biggest obstacles I might have to overcome this year. Start with the end in mind. Know what you want to accomplish before you set out to accomplish it. Number 2 on that, my second point is, know what you want from this business. You know, for me, I don't think most of us are working for money. If I was working for money, I can think of a dozen different ways to make more money easier and quicker. I could just sell crack cocaine on the street corner, couldn't I? If my only goal was to make money, there's a lot of different things, legal and illegal, that I could do to make money. For me, it's always been about maximizing my potential, doing the most I can do every day, setting good habits, a strong work ethic that make me feel proud of myself. I don't think there's anything worse than regrets. To look back and to think that I didn't give it my all, that I didn't try as hard as I could, whatever that turns out to be, leads to regrets. The lack of a clear, meaningful purpose. That's my number 1 obstacle. My second obstacle, my lack of discipline. You know, folks, I tell many of you this, and I'll wear you out by telling it again. When I was in college, I had 6 roommates in 4 years, and the first 5 failed out of school. And they didn't fail out of school because they weren't smart enough to be there. They were plenty smart enough to be there. The fact is, they just couldn't get up and go to class every day. Forget studying hard and all that stuff. Just get up and go to class every day. They couldn't do it. The fact is, they had been given more freedom and flexibility than they could handle. I wonder how many of us in real estate are the same way. We've been given more freedom and flexibility than we actually have the ability to handle. Lack of discipline, that's the second biggest obstacle we're going to have to face this year, both you and me. Number 3 on my list, the lack of a work ethic. A lack of a strong work ethic will derail me faster than anything else. What I see going on in our industry is too many, way too many people with part-time schedules with full-time expectations. Part-time schedules with full-time expectations. Many of us, unfortunately, don't really know what a strong work ethic is. It never was modeled to us. Those of us that do, model it. Model what you were taught. Looking for the shortcut, the easiest path in this industry, is a disease, and it's the 3rd biggest obstacle we're all going to face this year. And number 4 on my list is a lack of mental toughness. The lack of a mental toughness is the 4th biggest obstacle I might face this year. If I interpret everything in the negative, woe is me, poor me, look what's happening to me. If I care too much what other people think. If I care too much about what other people think. Some of these people aren't even people that I know. They're irrelevant to me in my life. And I still put so much emphasis on what they might be thinking or saying. And that keeps me from taking action. And then the third component of mental toughness is how easily distracted am I from what I said was important. From what I said was important to get done. If I know what to do every day and I put it in my schedule, then can I stay focused enough to achieve what I said was important to me in my life? Folks, I think those are 4 big obstacles that maybe we're all going to have to face this year, and our success will be to the degree that we tackle those obstacles and conquer them. So that we can go out there, you know what I'm going to say, right? So that we can go out there and make it happen for ourselves today.